let's get started. So thank you so much for joining our next edition of Office Hours. Basically, Office Hours are available by Quaderno and 1stopVAT, our partners, to answer any indirect tax questions you might have or product questions. It's 30 minutes to just talk about whatever complex issue you might be facing at the moment. I'm going to introduce our speakers. Today we have Jairo. He's an account executive here at Quaderno. And we also have Ruta. She's the head of indirect tax at 1stopVAT. Thank you so much for both being here. And Jairo, I'm going to let you introduce Quaderno for us.
Thanks so much, Olivia. Well, welcome everyone. Very pleased to have you here with us today. My name is Jairo Fumero, and I'm an account executive here at Quaderno. I've been with the company 4 years, so I'm very happy for the chance to share our office hours with Ruta today. So I hope everyone has a coffee or tea ready, right? First of all, I wanted to do a small introduction about what we do, right? In Quaderno, we focus on creating and providing our customers with the technology needed to automate the tax compliance, right? And we do this with a few steps, right? So we do automated tax calculation and invoice issuing. Calculating taxes can be difficult because there's many things to look at, right? The product type being sold, where the customer is located, etc. But we automate this process for you so you can have your peace of mind. How are we able to do this? We provide multiple no-code integrations with the main sales platforms, as well as the most common payment processes, right? So we can know about your sales and add them to a system. The last step is we collect all the information inside our tax reports. Well, you will be able to easily see how much needs to be filed and also where, right? Basically, our aim is to provide you with all the information you need to be tax compliant without stress or headaches, so you can have your peace of mind, right? And yeah, that's basically what we do. So with that being said, it's more than a pleasure to introduce Ruta from 1stopVAT.
Hello, nice to see you to see all the participants, and thanks for the questions for those who have raised them. It's a pleasure to participate, I guess, third time in the same format event. I really hope that all of them were really useful for all of you. We are trying to share all the knowledge that we have and to share all the good practices that we know. Currently, I am working in 1stopVAT. I guess it's around 5 years that I am in all indirect taxes world. Mostly I am focusing on e-commerce businesses, so I have quite a lot of expertise here. 1stopVAT actually deals with all the indirect tax compliance all over the world. So it means that 1stopVAT can help you to understand where you have the liabilities, to understand how the taxes work in one or another region, specifically for your type of business. As well, we do and we help businesses to get registered as VAT payers where it is needed and to be compliant there. So it means that, and as well, together with Quaderno, we are in a cooperation. So it means that you truly can avoid all the headache and all the extra investigations about the taxes. You can definitely leave all these questions to both of us, and to be sure that you are compliant globally. So I guess this is like short introduction of our company.
Perfect. So we're going to get to the questions, which is why most of you are here. And we're going to just get started right away. So the first one we have is from Pietro. It says, which real-time services conducted by Zoom have been reclassified as electronically supplied services subject to VAT in the customer's country as of January 1st, 2024? So we're starting with a very direct question right off the bat. Ruth, I think you might have an answer for us.
Yes, I can take this question. I'm not sure. I guess the date is a bit mixed up, as actually in European Union, the changes were implemented starting from this year, 2025, January 1st. So actually what was changed, was change in the legislation when we are talking about live events. It means that the participants are joining live in the event where the tutor, lecturer is giving you the presentation, educational courses, etc., where you can have live interaction. So this type of events are now treated as well as digitally provided services, electronically provided services, and they can be covered by one and only OSS registration to be compliant in European Union. So previously, this type of services were treated as normal services, and the place of supply was detected by using the general rule. But starting from this year, all live and recorded, pre-recorded events online are treated as electronically supplied services and taxed on the same way.
Perfect. I do see that Pietro is here. So in case you wanted to ask a follow-up question there, or you can unmute yourself, or you can just leave a follow-up question if you have one in the chat. And if anyone else has any questions that don't appear on the slideshow, feel free to leave them in the chat, and we'll get to them as soon as we can. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This is from Justin, and the question says, what is the best way to stay on top of sales tax announcements, changes on the state and local level?
So in this case, I can take this one. With our subscription, you will have access to the most up-to-date tax rates for all the different jurisdictions around the world, right? We also have available our newsletter, Tax Made Simple, where we try to share all the new updates as well. And apart from these, Ruta perhaps can add some information, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, next to what Quaderno has about the subscriptions as well, 1stopVAT offers the periodic subscriptions where we are updating all the subscribers with the changes and the updates in legislations, not only rates, but as well the changes in taxability rules, etc.
Perfect. I've gone ahead and left our link there if anyone wants to click on that and check it out. The next question is from Scott. It says, when is the earliest date that a company based in the USA must comply with e-invoicing mandates in any other country, and which country has that earliest date?
Well, it depends about what registrations and what type of products we are talking about. But if we are talking about online digital products, electronically supplied products, so in most of the cases globally, foreign companies are not liable to do the submissions of e-invoicing and to issue e-invoices to the customers. So in this case, actually, you have not to worry about it. But if it is some kind of the case that you are doing, I don't know, sales of physical products in Europe. So in Europe, actually, yes, the countries are starting to implement invoicing mandates, but not a lot of them currently have this regulation. So actually, when that liability is applicable to your business. So once you get registered as a VAT payer in the country where that invoicing is mandatory, so it means starting from that date, you are as well liable to to issue proper format invoices and to report these e-invoices. And just to mention, the only country actually that pops up in my mind, if we talk about the digital services globally. So actually, the only Taiwan has the regulation and the ruling that e-invoicing in that country, it is named as e-GUI, should be issued in 48 hours. And as well, that liability arises for the companies once they are registered as VAT payers.
Great. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is from Gleb. I hope I'm saying your name right. Which website can I use to track changes in Dutch VAT rates?
In this case, this would be a little bit like the other one, right? With Quaderno, we have an updated database, including all the tax rates. However, to stay on top of changes, you can either subscribe to our newsletter, as mentioned, or as Ruta will add now, perhaps the...
Yes. So, and of course, always, if I don't know, some kind of you are not receiving a newsletter, or you, I don't know, are a bit afraid that you will not be announced on time, but so you always can double check all the changes in the national Dutch authorities website. There. The most legit information is always announced. So, it depends which way you prefer to do, whether you prefer to do your investigation or whether you prefer to be, announced by Quaderno or by 1stopVAT once some kind of changes are made.
Perfect. All right, so we have another one from Alexandra. It says, I have a marketplace with buyers and sellers in USA, Canada, and UK. Do I need to issue an invoice for each sale, or should the sellers do it themselves on our marketplace? We're growing, and making invoices is taking up a lot of time.
I can take this one as well. So at the end of the day, it would depend on the business model, right? If the marketplace is acting as the merchant of record, they are responsible for issuing the invoice after each sale, collecting the needed taxes, etc. If the marketplace is simply facilitating the sale between the seller and the buyer, each seller would need to issue their own invoice, including the taxes. They need to collect them and pay them to the different governments, right? So at the end of the day, it's a decision depending on your business model. The important part is that we're able to support both scenarios, right? If you need to issue all the invoices for all the sales that happen in your marketplace and you're the merchant of record, you can do this with Quaderno. And also, if you're a marketplace or perhaps a sales platform, we have a special product right for these, where you will be able to issue invoices on behalf of your sellers.
Perfect. All right, let's head to the next one. This is from Gabe. It says, is using merchant of services enough to be compliant as a US LLC, serving global clients for digital products and services?
Yes, actually, if the company is using merchant of the record to do the sales globally of the digital products, so in this case, it is fully enough for you to be compliant, as actually all the taxes, liabilities are transferred to that merchant. So you, as an original seller, do not have to deal with all the liabilities in any country globally.
So the next one is from Jean Manuel. I'm starting to sell online courses, both live, cohort, and pre-recorded, and I'm not sure how to go about regarding international sales and how to register everywhere. For Europe, do I register in only one country?
Yes, well, in this case, it depends, how, of course, you are charging your clients, if it is separate sales of live or pre-recorded courses. But currently, yes, starting from this year, 2025, January 1st. To be compliant in Europe, actually you can choose to be registered for OSS scheme. So it means that you are choosing one European country, you are doing the registration there, and then you are starting to collect taxes from where is are your clients, and then doing only one reporting each and every quarter. So starting from this year, the changes in European Union will make your life easier because you have both recorded and live events. So it means that everything can be taxed at once with the same rate and can be reported in one return.
All right, so we have a question from Isabel. Are online courses with pre-recorded videos and downloadable PDFs and live tutor support via chat, email, or occasional Zoom live calls VAT free in the UK? I know they're not now in the EU since January. And what about online digital newsletters like Substack? It's such a popular thing to do. People are charging subscriptions, but I don't see anyone mentioning EU rules on digital products sold to residents. Regardless of where the seller lives, is everyone doing it wrong? Should they all be charging VAT? So there are quite a few questions in there. Really interesting one.
Yes, well, yes, as it is several questions, so maybe we can start from the first part of the sales of pre-recorded videos and downloadable PDFs and live tutor support in UK. Well, in this case scenario where it depends, how you treat your product. And what are you charging for? Are you charging for a fee for pre-recorded video or for material or for that actually live tutor support? What part of all that price that you take from your customer takes that live interaction with the tutor? If it is only like a minor impact of your product and the base of your product is actually pre-recorded video and the PDFs. So in most cases, you can treat such a product as a digital product, and you have to tax your customers in UK. If that tutor is actually really important part of your product, and this is the main thing of your product, that okay, it is pre-recorded video and all the customers are communicating with the tutor, etc. So then it will be better, of course, to separate these two services, the pricing for the product and the pricing for the support, as the support will not be live support will not be treated as the digital product. But I assume from the question how it is formed that this is just like an extra thing together with pre-recorded video. So it means that you can treat all that package as digital product, and then it should be taxable in UK. Then secondly, if we talk about Europe, so in Europe actually it will be the same, just if there is a separate fee for that live communication, so then it will be differently treated from UK, then it is taxed as well as a digital product. A question about Substack. Actually, Substack, how it works, yes, it is like a platform for the text creators, etc., to publish their texts or podcasts and so on, and the final customers are paying for the subscription, monthly, annual, etc., to enter your content. So subscriptions are actually treated as electronically supplied services. So you are actually the seller, the original seller of the product. The Substack is only the platform that gives you the space where you can put your content. So it means that you are the sellers, and you are responsible to be compliant in any country where are your customers from. So if your customers are from European Union, so it means that because if we are talking about the company that is not established in European Union, it means that you can track the threshold of 100,000 euros. If we are talking from the perspective of the company that is established outside European Union, so it means that from the very first sale of the subscription, you have to be compliant in European Union. So here, of course, as well, OSS registration would help you. As I know, Substack as well is integrated with Stripe, and they offer the possibility to collect proper tax rates, but to be compliant, yes, it is on your side. So it means that you have to be registered in the countries where you are collecting the tax and to remit the taxes. So in case if any, assistance is needed, so definitely 1stopVAT can help you with that and to understand how it works or to stay compliant.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ruta. Super interesting about Substacks. I also didn't know too much about how that would work. So perfect. Thank you for sharing. It looks like we have one question coming through on the chat. Eileen is asking, is Quaderno only covering tax liabilities in the European Union?
No, we cover, apologies. We cover tax calculations worldwide, with the exception of a few locations that have very complex systems, such as Brazil, for example, that they didn't have a VAT system until recently. So yeah, we can cover your tax calculation worldwide, basically.
Awesome. Eileen, if you had any other follow-up questions, feel free to send them through. And if not, that would conclude our Q&A. So if you have any questions that come up after either watching this live or watching the recording, feel free to get in touch with Jairo directly. You can send him an email at this address here on the screen. And any questions as well for 1stopVAT side, you can also contact this email address as well. So thank you both so much for your time. It's great to have experts answering questions live. I know a lot of people struggle with anxiety and just sometimes need someone to answer the question face to face. So thank you so much for your time and your expertise. And thank you all for your great questions, for all of you who participated. And yeah, we'll see you again in about 3 months. We do the office hours once a quarter. So be sure to subscribe, and we will let you know with some time in advance when the next office hours will be, so you can come with questions again. Thanks, guys. Hope you all have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.